What's caking, everybody? My name is Vernique, and today I'm going to show you how I made this Juneteenth cake. I am so excited to be celebrating Juneteenth with you all. I love seeing people learn and be more exposed to what Juneteenth is and want to celebrate it because it is a holiday that deserves to be celebrated. So without further ado, if you're ready like I'm ready, let's get caking. So I started off with 8-inch round cakes. I had a vanilla cake that I dyed red, and I had a chocolate cake that I put a little bit of black food coloring in to make it a little bit darker. That green layer that you saw I didn't use because it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. So I just did the red, black. I'm filling it with some green buttercream. I didn't add a lot of coloring, that's why it's so light, because I didn't want it to alter the taste. But it looks better in person than it does on camera. It looks really light on camera. But I'm just carving off the sides some of the caramelization, and I'm going to do a crumb coat and a icing. Now for the fondant, I used 3 colors. I used black, and I cut the black into a strip to go down the middle, and then I used the green and the red on each side. I didn't cut the green and the red the same because I wanted it to have that curvature over the sides, and then I just cut them to fit. Now with the red fondant, I was cutting it like sideways, and I should have cut it straight on because I ended up cutting into the black fondant at like an angle, and it was not a good look, but I straightened it out, and you can definitely see, like, yeah, you see that line, but it's fine because it's barely noticeable at the end. Now for the seams between all 3 colors, I took those colors and I put them in my extruder. I can never say that word right. Extruder. Anyway, and I made 4 strings, and I'm just doing like a twisted rope. So you can see I'm just putting one string over the other to make a rope. And I'm going to put some water on the seam and just attach the ropes that I made. Now for the fist at the top, I got some modeling chocolate. I made one half a little thicker than the other when I smoothed it out to act as the palm, and I'm really just looking at my hand the whole time and just trying to make it look as similar to my hand as possible. It took a little bit of time, and you just have to be patient and just work with it to make it look as detailed as you possibly can. Now I did the thumb separate just because it's at such a weird angle. I didn't want to try to force that much chocolate off to the side, so I just added it later, and modeling chocolate smooths together really well. That's why people use it to sculpt with. But after I attached the thumb, I just added some details to the knuckles, and like a nail detail to the thumb. Now, because the fist is so heavy, I am going to put it on a small cake board and cut it to size, just so that it doesn't sink in and collapse the cake. I'm going to put some straws in the middle and attach it with a little bit of buttercream that I colored black. And finally, I wanted to make a little banner that said Juneteenth, so I took some red and green fondant, twisted them together to make like a marble type design, and I cut out the ribbon shape, and I took the rest of the black buttercream that I made and wrote the words Juneteenth. And there you have it, my Juneteenth cake. If you like this video, feel free to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. If you have any ideas for my next cake, leave them down in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.